Alright, got a little project here alongside this little road, and the property owner here has hired me to install a culvert, a short section, right up to about in here somewhere. And he did go ahead and get plans and permits from the county for this little project, which I feel is a little excessive, but basically the project is this culvert extension. We're going to be cleaning out these weeds, doing a little bit of a riprap area here right before this new culvert section begins, and we're going to be pouring a concrete head wall, which will be interesting to see, and putting some base rock over it, and then a separate contractor is going to come in and do the paving work. So that's the scope. I'm just going to get started cleaning this thing out. Alright, so I got all this grass kind of swept down off the hillside and the edge of the street cleaned up. Blew that off the blower. Got some riprap that was in the ditch out of there, which is kind of nice because that transition, that gap between the existing pipe there and the new pipe we're going to set, they want that channel rock line. So got some rocks ready for that, and just going to use the laser here and shoot this invert elevation down here. That's the important part right now for me, is making sure when I grade this trench that we're going to have about a 1% upward climb in that direction, because that's the uphill side, and also we're going to over excavate to allow room for some bedding under the culvert pipe that we're going to be installing, so roughly 3 to 4 inches. So yeah, I'm going to shoot this grade and get this receiver dialed in, and I'll be ready to trench out this junk, load it into the bobtail, and go get a culvert pipe. Oh man, I'm not sure, but I think something died in there, maybe a raccoon or something. Ooh, smelly. Alright, so it's kind of nice because that Spectra Precision laser head that I have is it's a dual sloping laser head, but I only need to utilize one slope right now, so I already have it dialed in for 1% fall. So by shooting this invert elevation, in order to grade this trench, it's pretty noisy around here, in order to grade this trench to have that 3 inches underneath the new pipe, I have to raise the laser receiver or essentially drop the stick down that 3 inches. So we're at 5.3, we're going to go to 5.6, and we're set to dig.
It starts coming down the culvert.
Alright, so basically I'm just going to take this vehicle tow strap and do a tight knot right here, just a square knot. So I'm not much of a guy for knots. And then what I'm going to do is reach in here with the bucket. I'm just going to suck it back. I think that should work pretty good. As long as that's tight right there. Alright, so just going to take that little hook right there. I think that's going to do. Alright, perfect. That worked very smooth. Very smooth. There's home. She's all the way in there. And so what I got is just a couple rocks underneath the pipe down here to hold it up for that three or so inches of material that's going to be coming in underneath the pipe. So yeah, I think I'm just going to shut that excavator down, hop in the old bobtail and run to the rock quarry real quick, try to get back here and get this pipe bedded up. So you can see with this shovel, I'm really jamming it in there really good. Getting very little penetration here where I've already tamped it. But right over here where I haven't, watch the shovel all the way down, right? And as I do that, I can visually see that gravel sinking underneath that pipe. So even though it looks like, hey, gravel's all around the pipe, you really need to tamp it and get it worked in underneath there. Alright, so I have my channel painted out here. This is going to be for the head wall at this culvert inlet, and just going to trench this little footing out, keying down into the native material there, 8 inches or so, and then I'll be ready to start putting some plywood in here and getting this formed up. All right, just finished up this keyway here at the inlet end, the culvert. You can see we notched into the hillside and underneath the culvert a good 8 inches or more there. So ready to start forming it up for concrete. All right, so what I've done is I've taken a 4x8 sheet of plywood and I've put it in, marked it, cut it, pulled it out, put it in, marked it, cut it, did that several times, and this is where I'm at right now. And it's really kind of the only way I know how to do it. You know, I did a little pre-planning in terms of marks and where this thing might end up, but what we're shooting for is a 20% slope. So the smart level right here is set up for 20% slope. And the idea with the plywood here is that we're covering the end of the pipe. And once I get this all formed in, we'll be able to pour concrete around. It'll prevent that concrete from going into the inside of that pipe. And so yeah, we're very close. I just got to do a couple more cuts and then start bracing off the front of it over here and then put this backboard in. So let's get to it.
good.
All right, with these forms off, everything's looking really good. Concrete is definitely green though, for sure. A little bit of texture there, but no popcorn. That would be where the concrete was settling, but a pocket didn't get filled all the way. When I was pouring this, I was tapping it with a hammer a little bit. This end wall right here started to bulge a little bit, so I got some extra boards braced up right against this right here. And that's what that little bit of concrete was that spilt into there. But yeah, concrete's heavy. You got to definitely make your forms extra super duper strong. But yeah, this is all looking good. But because this is still green, I'm gonna hold off on backfilling here. We're gonna be bringing in some class 2 base rock, filling this in and compacting that, and then the owner's gonna have a paving contractor come in and do the asphalt overlay over it. But I don't want to put base rock up against this and start compacting. Because it's so green, it could crack. And so we're gonna hold off on that, clean up this little bit of wood material here, and get back at this next week.
With this, right?
Yeah, you're right there.
Okay.
All right, there it is. Base rock's all done, and we used the string line from the top of the wall here straight across to the asphalt over there, just to check our work and make sure we had that minimum of 2.5 inches. And I would say we're in that range of 2.5 to 3 inches all the way across. And inspection for this base rock is a pre-paving inspection here that has to happen before the paving work can be done. But as it is right now, our scope of work is completed for this project, but we're going to get a little snapshot of this paving once it's done. I think it's going to get paved early next week, So let's see what that looks like. And there's the finished product. Asphalt guys got their work done here, and that looks good. Got the asphalt right up to the top right there. So there you have it. Nice little parking spot added to his driveway. Yes, it is sloped pretty good, but that does give him a little extra width, and it matches the slope of the driveway over there, so they can pull on without having to dip around through there. So yep, looks good. On to the next one. Over and out.